going, JDM crew? John here from JDM EXPO with another inventory video. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If this isn't the car that you're looking for, you can check out some of our other videos. And TLDR, this car is an R33. It's got pretty much OEM almost everything except for front mount intercooler. But if it's not exactly what you're looking for, hit us up, info@jdm-expo.com. Don't worry about the comments, just head over to email or direct message us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You'll be able to get a lot more feedback. When it comes to putting out videos, a lot of times the cars get swiped up really quick, so it's better to talk with our sales guys on other availability, or if you're looking for something in particular. So this thing is a little bit more OEM, and for the rest of you guys looking into this video, this is original. The interior, not really much to talk about. It's OEM, except for a turbo timer, audio deck, and a R34 steering wheel. So the rest of it's R33 and GTS. And for those of you guys not familiar, the GTSTs usually have the RB20 or 25. This one happens to have an RB25 DET. So we do have the turbo, runs really good. It's two-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive. So for those of you guys that are not wanting something that's too crazy, such as a GTR, or if you're not looking really to build up like in that sort of fashion, a really high-end power, those things are still fine OEM, but this is actually really good if you're looking for around 200-ish horsepower to 250. So nothing too crazy there, but you do have a lot of that tuning overhead thanks to the RB block. You can definitely look that up on forums, just maybe avoid some of the trolling when it comes to a lot of that. But yeah, you can definitely get some good info out there from a lot of forums. And yeah, see, gotta let this van in there, just they're cruising. But definitely a lot of good information out there on the GTSTs. And with the current market conditions, it's definitely a lot more affordable option. But certainly not like what it was years ago. So there's been a lot of excitement for the entire Skyline series and Supras and RX-7. So pretty much just, it's really crazy. But yeah, in terms of comfort though, this is an OEM suspension and it definitely rides really well. I have mentioned in the past that I've had an S14 before, and I did modify that, and certainly the R33 and the S14 Silvias have a lot in common when it comes to like the interiors and the wheelbase and stuff like that. So yeah, S14's not as much of a boat as this would be, as a lot of people would like to say. This is pretty bulky for the R33, but the R34 is still pretty big too. So to each their own, I suppose. For everyday commuting, even at a manual, like this would actually be pretty comfortable. There are automatic options for those of you guys that might be curious about that. And if you're looking to enjoy the Skyline style, that's definitely an option as well. Which tend to go cheaper because a lot more people are not so interested in the automatics, but I would say that you can still enjoy the Skyline platform with those as well. Some of the parts are swappable, so that's kind of up to you on that. But yeah, about this one, the exterior is looking really good here. We're actually going to be at the warehouse shortly, so if you guys want to just fast forward to that, we can get to the exterior. But yeah, pretty much when it comes to power, we have a front mount intercooler here, OEM style exhaust. I believe it's actually OEM, and we do have the OEM intake and filter, so you know, a little bit restrictive on there, but I mean it's still a decent performer overall. So if you're looking for a little bit more power, you can talk with our sales guys. You probably get a couple of upgrades in there, a little bit of tuning, but as for this one, it's pretty stock. So if you're looking for performance, this isn't really in that realm, but definitely check out our other videos, and yeah, I'll see you in those videos. And we definitely have had a lot of interesting cars. We still have a few pretty crazy tuned ones in stock right now. But yeah, just fast forward to the warehouse, and I'll show you guys the exterior and the engine bay. It's not going to be exciting, but hey, we also have some of the numbers there, and I'll show you guys around, so you can check out the VIN number and also like the color codes and stuff like that. We do have the information, so I'll just skip over to that and we'll show you guys around. And yeah, we do have the 5-speed transmission here, and it's been pretty comfortable overall. Clutch is OEM. Flywheel, you could feel it's a little bit sluggish whenever you rev because it is OEM. It's not going to be as peppy as like a crazy tuned one, but overall driving comfort's really well, easy on the shifts, and yeah, this transmission's actually pretty smooth. I mean, it doesn't have very much mileage. We've only got about 73,500 on the clock here, so not even like barely like 50,000 miles, so like 40 something. So yeah, plenty of life in this, and definitely feels like they took good care of it because I'm not having any weird noise, no rattling or anything, and the clutch engagement's really good even for OEM, so it's like nothing too exciting. As I said before, it's pretty stock, but definitely smooth, and even in this crappy weather, it's still like just nice and smooth. With the OEM suspension, it's definitely comfortable. It's absorbing, like, here we go, a couple of bumps. Nothing too crazy there, yeah. If it was like coilovers, that would have hurt, but pretty smooth. Here we go, it's a little cloudy. You know, we got some showers on and off today, so I'm trying to get a better view of the interior here. As you can see, carpets are looking pretty good. We got genuine GTS Skyline labeled carpeting there. OEM seats. Pretty good looking interior. Dash is clean. Got about 73,000 on the clock there, as I was mentioning earlier, so looking good. And we got the audio deck here with mini disc and digital signal processing, so it's Kenwood. Good stuff. Runs really good. We got the larger speakers in the back, which you can kind of see. Yeah, so the interior is really clean on this one, and no weird smells. It's just older upholstery smell, so they took good care of this. No smoke. You can see that R34 steering wheel there. So yeah, all in all, really comfortable. And even on the drive over here, I really like having a rear-wheel drive. Yeah, it feels a little bit more peppy. Quick look on the exterior, and we'll look at the trunk space before we go to the engine bay. As you can see here, plenty of room here. Got the battery right back here. I don't know if you could see that, and got the light and everything. So good old spare tire there. And what's really interesting here, though, is definitely in pretty good shape because we don't have any like mold and stuff underneath there, no rust, and just smells like old carpet. So yeah, they definitely took good care of this. The seals are doing pretty good. You see the felt on there, some noise dampening. And while the hydraulics are still working good on there, it's definitely loosening up, at least on the way down, but it does hold, so probably one of those things to be replaced in the next couple of years. So and here we go in the engine bay. Beautiful RB25. For those of you guys looking up some numbers here, you can look them up on your favorite registry, get a little bit more info about this model. And as you can see, it's pretty much as OEM as it gets, even with the suspension. So yeah, pretty much just A lot of original components, and they touched up some of the areas there for preventing any further rust and just keeping everything's coated properly there. And we got the OEM airbox and down to the turbo there, onto the intake here from the turbo. So you see the OEM system. A lot of you guys will notice that the RB26 comes up through here, so the intake plenum is there, but for the 25s and 20s, it goes over. And you might remember some of that also going on with like the 1JZ. So pretty familiar for the rear-wheel drive setups. But yeah, looking pretty good too with the headlights. And with the front grille, you can see it's a little bit different from the GTR. The GTSTs and stuff have a different style of front grille. There's a couple different ones also, and you can customize that if you like. It looks pretty good. A little bit different from the GTR, but hey, it's not a GTR, so gotta keep it distinct. You can see the slightly better intercooler there, a little bit larger than stock, so it's nice to have a front mount. Usually it would be on the passenger side over there. It's a lot smaller with the OEM one, which we actually do have, but it's nicer to have a larger cooling volume there with the front mount. As you see, OEM brakes and the OEM wheels, by the way. For you guys in the States, 240SX, the SE edition usually had these alloys. These are good. Yeah, 205, 55, 16, so a very standard tire. But all in all, yeah, looking really good. And you can see the condition of the paint is actually really nice here. With the clear coat in pretty good shape there. Get another look from this side. Well, there you have it, folks. Another nice R33 here, and I'll try not to put you guys in the rain there, but yeah, if you have any questions about this or any other vehicles, don't hesitate to email us or direct message us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can hit us up at info@jdm-expo.com, and our sales guys will be able to get back to you within about 24 hours. If you don't have a question about this, but you're looking for something else, they'll be able to help you out, or inform you about the process or any obviously globally there's a lot of stuff going on, so a little bit of delays on shipping to certain regions, but overall things have been moving throughout the year. So yeah, just some delays to certain areas or waiting on approvals and stuff to certain regions, so just be aware of that, and they'll let you know depending on where you're at, where you want to get your car shipped to. Keep the JDM dreams alive, and you'll be able to get those delivered in hopefully a reasonable amount of time, as things have been opening up throughout the year. So just keep that in mind whenever you're messaging about that. And yeah, the state of the market's pretty wild right now, so yeah, definitely I recommend the GTST to any of you guys that aren't quite in the market for the GTR. I know GTR prices are a little bit high, but not everybody wants to have a super high powered four-wheel drive beast. Some people just prefer rear-wheel drive, as I do. So I do like four-wheel drive, but I do prefer that more into a boxer platform, but that's a different story altogether. Just definitely these are a lot of fun. If you're looking for just something that's really fun to get around, got some good styling, I definitely recommend the GTSTs. I had one myself years back, and that was set up more for drift. Good times and loud as heck. Just these things, when you open them up, are really crazy tunable. It is part of the RB series, so you have a lot of overhead. Something to keep in mind if you guys want to go in that direction, but pretty reliable too, with just some general maintenance, as this here is a really great example. They took care of that. Very smooth running, and it's definitely pleasant drive. So just on and off showers today. Wish I could have opened up for you guys, but hey, it is what it is. Just hope that for some of you guys that are just kind of on the fence with that, GTSTs are still a good option. And same thing with the R34s in the coming years. It's like a lot of really good styled ones. You can definitely modify those to your liking, but they're pretty nice out the door already, just in their stock form. So as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. I know that was a little bit of a rant, but yeah, these are a lot of fun. I'm glad to show this to you today, and we got a couple more in store, so definitely check out our upcoming videos on a few more. We got another classic that I'm going to be showing you real soon, so I'll see you guys in that video. So take care now.